with the Golden Boy himself. We just watched Josh Edwards knock out his opponent in the first round. Just your takeaway from that, and what have you seen from him in just a short period of time?
Well, I'm calling right now that Josh Edwards is the future of the heavyweight division. He's only 2-0. I know people are saying, what are you talking about? Well, obviously I know what I'm talking about. You know, being I don't have to remind you, but his skill level, his fluid punches, his footwork, but his power, and I like the fact that his trainers are bulking him up. He's about, what, 220, 230 right now? So we want him at 240, 245. He's going to be somebody to reckon with in the near future, because now we're going to put him right back on June 28th underneath Jake Paul and Cesar Chavez. So we're excited for Joshua.
And speaking of that card, Golden Boy working with MVP Promotions, just the ability for you to put these fights together, something that the fans want to see. Why is that important to you?
Well, look, I mean, I've always prided myself in working with everybody to try and make the best fights possible. I'll work with Top Rank, I'll work with MVP, I'll work with anybody, with Eddie Hearn, to make the best fights possible, and that's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly what we're doing with Jake Paul, MVP. We have the co-main event, which is going to be incredible. Zurdo Ramirez against Torticos to unify the world titles, but a special fight with Kid Floyd Schofield, which is going to go up against Tevin Farmer. Now, that fight right there is main event worthy. That fight right there, the winner will become a star. And I believe that Kid Austin has his hands full. I believe he has to be on his A game. I believe that they are ready. I believe that they have a great team and they're ready to work, ready to go and knock out. But Tevin Farmer, you cannot sleep on him. I love Tevin Farmer because he's a working man's fighter. He works hard. He goes out there and just puts it all on the line. We know what he did with William Zepeda. So imagine if Kid Austin can go in there and destroy Tevin Farmer. We'll have a star.
And Zurdo Ramirez, as you mentioned, also on that card, defending one of his belts. What do you want to see from him, and do you think, is there any added pressure for him because he is facing a mandatory?
No, yeah, he is facing a mandatory, but there's no added pressure whatsoever. He does have a lot of great fights ahead of him if he wants to maybe go up against the winner of Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez. You never know. Maybe Jake Paul put him on the card for that reason. You know, that's the way Jake Paul thinks. I know how you're thinking, Jake, so, you know, let's talk soon. But I'm excited. I'm really excited to announce that I'm talking to PBC, and we are going to make the best fights happen for the world to watch. All our roster at Golden Boy is going to go up against PBC in the near future. And that's what we're putting together, and I'm super excited because we have a lot of great matches. I mean, you talk about Pitbull, you talk about Benavidez with possibly a Zurdo in the near future. I mean, Virgil Ortiz against Zoo or Keith Thurman or whoever they want to throw at him from PBC. Let's go, we're ready.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting, especially for fans. And then, of course, talking about your own stable with Zurdo, you mentioned if Jake Paul handles business and Zurdo handles business, that fight coming up, could that be possible? But also, somebody else was making noise in the cruiserweight division, Jairo Pitaya. What do you think of that also?
Of what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Jairo Pitaya for Zurdo.
Yeah, no, that's a big possibility as well. But look, one thing right now is that Zurdo has a mandatory that is going to be very tough, June 28th on DAZN. But if we get through that, if Benavidez is going to come and tell me, Oscar, let's fight Zurdo, we're obviously making that. That's a huge fight with PBC. So I'm excited for the future. Golden Boy, PBC, let's go.
At July 12th, William Zepeda, who you've mentioned, is going to take on Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. Shakur, a very defensive, clinically boxer.
Right.
Well, how do you think Zepeda needs to come in order to actually get past that defense?
Look, it's going to be very difficult, but I keep talking to William Zepeda, and he keeps telling me and promising me, Oscar, he has the perfect style for me. Trust me, I'm going to run him out of the ring. And I'm thinking, wait, Shakur is no slouch. Shakur is, you know, he has that defense that is very hard to crack. Obviously, it can be broken, but it's very difficult. If William Zepeda is in his A game and he puts the constant pressure that he's used to, I don't know, because Shakur Stevenson, everybody knows he has brittle hands. Everybody knows it. He doesn't punch too hard, or that's what people say, until you're in the ring with him, right? That's when you get hit and you feel the punch. But I strongly feel that on paper, this is a great matchup. It's a perfect opportunity for the winner to come out victorious and become a star.
And tonight's main event, of course, very important. Golden Boy Fight Night, the whole point is to put the best against the best, especially with these young prospects. It's a really tough matchup. What do you see from this main event that's about to come up? Well,
look, I mean, Darius Fulgham, we've been developing him nicely. Beck the Bully, we've been developing him. You know, obviously, Rosado had a great win against Beck the Bully, great knockout, one-punch knockout, which was heard around the world. And he's back. And it's like he's lost nothing. So I think this is a great matchup. This is a great developmental, but it's a developmental where the winner here is gonna be in line for a world title. So this is really do or die for both fighters at a young stage in their career. But this is what Golden Boy is all about. You have to fight. You have to perform in order to move on to the next stage.
Oscar, we're looking forward to everything that Golden Boy has planned in the future, and of course, the main event tonight. Thank you.
Appreciate it.